Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brian and George from SME, and today I wanted to bring George in because I was kind of hoping we could talk a little bit more about Qlik Sense and the amount of connectors that you really can use with Qlik Sense. So can you maybe dive into that a little bit?
Yeah, so just to take it one step back, I think that any BI tool, in order to succeed, needs to be able to connect to any data source that a company has.
Right.
And Qlik Sense definitely accomplishes this. So
Yeah.
I'll break it out into a few different categories, but I think the number one category that we all see in most businesses is databases. So Qlik has a ODBC and OLEDB connector to connect to virtually any one. But if you have one of the more popular ones like SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, or Postgres, and some others, they have a wizard that allows you to essentially get up and running really quickly.
Okay.
Another one that they have that I'm sure most people already knew was flat files. So you have Excel, CSVs, some even XML, which is pretty niche, and you can also bring in data sources not just from your computer but from Dropbox.
Okay.
If it is on your computer, you have the ability to drag and drop it into Qlik Sense directly. And another good thing is that it will automatically structure the data. So if you do have XML, it'll bring it into that nice table format.
Okay. And so, like, if you mentioned Excel files, which I'm probably more familiar with from what if I'm pulling stuff into there, do I have to load each one, separately, or is there a better way to do it?
Yeah, so one of the situations we see a lot is if they have a folder that has hundreds of the reports, they're all from a different timestamp, but they're essentially the same report. You can use wildcards to load those in just with one load as opposed to doing each one individually.
Okay. And so my follow-up question on that is, if I have data on an online platform, is that different, or can I still work with it if it's from an online source?
Yeah, so that actually is one of the categories is online sources. So there's two different ways you can do it. If it's just a simple website and you want to scrape the data off of that, you can have the web URL connector. If you wanted to pull something from, let's say, SharePoint or a program like Write that's online, there's the REST connection that's really, really powerful. You're allowed to hook into companies' APIs and pull data from those web platforms. So here at SME, I personally have pulled data from our SME LinkedIn page through their API.
Sure.
And one of the more popular ones used to be a REST API, and that was Salesforce, but now they actually have a custom connector just because of all the demand that it has.
Yeah, no, I've actually heard about the Salesforce connector. I feel like it was like sort of universally made everybody really happy when that came out. So you mentioned things like LinkedIn, which obviously is where, these videos go out to primarily. It's where we focus a lot of our attention for these videos. But I mean, obviously other companies are interested in other social media platforms. So what about your Facebooks, your LinkedIn, your Twitters, things like that?
Yeah, so you could theoretically hook up to it with the REST connection, but Qlik Sense also has a bundle called Web Connectors that's now included in the product. And it includes a bunch of different connectors to all these different websites. So just to rattle off a few, we've got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Jira, Microsoft Dynamics, Google Sheets, Google Drive, Google Analytics. So those are just some to name a few, but there's over 20 of them that, like I said, now come complementary with the license. So you're easily able to hook into your social media platforms and pull that information in to blend that with your other analytics.
Okay. And so, another topic that comes up a lot, the term we hear a lot is big data, right? So does, beyond your flat files and beyond your online sources and social media, what can Qlik do as far as the big data, which is a lot of people would want to do, or like from places like Hadoop?
Yeah, so Qlik actually released a add-on to Qlik Sense called the Associative Big Data Index. And what this allows you to do is to pull in data from those big data sources, such as Hadoop Parquet files, or just any big data source really, and not only pull it into Qlik, but bring that associative engine experience to it where it's stored in memory, it's indexed so that you're able to search through all of your values and find your data relatively quickly. So we're seeing a lot of the companies that are embracing big data are actually getting a lot of benefit from this.
No, that sounds really impressive. So, I mean, I think what I'm getting out of this is that, it's almost like Qlik has a competitive advantage in the fact that, I know you work with this all the time. I talk to you about it all the time here at the office, and, we really haven't found a connector or connection that we haven't been able to make with a company, which is pretty impressive. So, with that said, I think, let's take it from there and let people know how to reach out to us if they have questions about a specific connection they're trying to make. Maybe they can reach out to you or to SME and try to find more about that.
Yeah, definitely. So if you guys are interested in learning on how Qlik Sense can integrate with your data source, feel free to reach out to us at info@smesgroup.com or right here on LinkedIn.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, cool. I appreciate all the information. It's really helpful.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll see you guys next time.